Hi, my name is Amanda Stevens. I was assigned the ethics of care to discuss after reading the case study that was assigned to us. So, first questions that I have from the framework of ethics of care would be why would Miss Anderson make such an intrusive comment about Hakeem and Kevin's shoes? I think it should have been understandable that they dressed as presentable as they should. So, what was the true purpose behind it? The next one I have is did that comment set the tone for the whole trip for them? Would they have had a different outcome of the trip if she wouldn't have made that comment? And finally, how did the threat to remove them make them feel? The most important facts from the framework of care would be the sneaker basketball comment. She attempted to be humorous, but I believe it singled them out on their race and how they dress. Also, the boys rolled their eyes after hearing the guide speak about the prestigious colleges that the employees went to, and that should have been a clear sign of discomfort. But I think that Ms. Anderson focused on the aspect of respect and compliance and just trying to impress the tour guide of the company. Also, that the students didn't gain much from the field trip. Towards the end of the case study, it talked about how the students seemed disconnected. They didn't really like the lunch. They enjoyed being out of class, etc. So I think her comment of or thoughts of I took the wrong students made her seem pretty disconnected from the class in general. Steps to investigate. I think she needs to determine how the class felt about the field trip and how she made, especially Hakeem and Kevin, feel. I think an open and honest class meeting about the field trip needs to be held. But in order for her to do that, I really think that she has to do some self reflecting and some acknowledgement that it wasn't the class. If we're looking at the ethics of care, we're thinking about care, concern, connection, relationships with the students. And to me, this was kind of a big picture of she didn't really understand them, or not maybe that she didn't understand them, but as far as this field trip is concerned, her mind was thinking something different than what was the expectation of them, or their expectation of themselves in regards to the field trip. So she needs to self reflect. I think she needs to apologize for her initial comment to the boys about their shoes. I think that was the first thing that was very much kind of out of line. And also just be vulnerable with any age range of students. Vulnerability is huge, especially if we're looking through the ethics of care. I think she needs to adapt her mindset and determine how the field trip could have been more inclusive to the students. Think about the difference it would have made if the person would have come to the school to talk about the career instead of taking a field trip there, because clearly the experience didn't hit how it should have. And then also just take into consideration who her students are seems to really need to be addressed within herself.